All right, for one, Gary Vee said it, but he was saying that if you want to, well, he was pretty much saying don't become an expert in your field, become an enthusiast. And he was pretty much explaining that it's too much pressure to be an expert in your field. You know, you have to know everything when you become this expert, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So the thing is, man, like, and that's kind of how I started, like, you know, like, yeah, maybe I can be an expert in this, and, you know, but to be honest, man, I'm coming to an understanding that, you know, experts really don't exist. Because here's the thing, like, y'all might know I do like video podcasts, video marketing and stuff like that. So I listen to these marketing podcasts.
Right.
And they are all saying a bunch of different things. And they have this expert bravado. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, feel to them. You know what I mean? Like,
act like they know. You know what they say. Even if you don't know, act like you know.
Yeah. And they're just really adamant and then just confidence about what they're saying. But they all saying different things. You know. And I'm like, I came to a conclusion that experts really don't exist. They're still trying to figure it out too. You know?
There's some truth to that. I think there's a little truth to that. Because you got, I mean. And I think more so because you got so many different viewpoints on how to tackle a problem.
Right.
You know, like somebody may have an aggressive approach, somebody may have a more relaxed or reserved approach.
Right.
And
right.
They both can get the same thing accomplished. One just may get it accomplished faster. One may just get accomplished better for people. One may get accomplished. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the.
Yeah. I think, and that's the thing, man. Like, the angle with this conversation is that, you know, if you're in your field or in your industry, especially leaders, I guess I'm learning from experience too, because there have been numerous of times that I would hear somebody talk and, you know, they may be considered or known an expert in the industry. Now I tried their way, it don't work for me. I tried this way, it don't work for me.
Right.
And then I have to come back to the drawing board, you know, and just really figure out what really works best for me. And it got, maybe it's part of my trust issues, man. I mean, I'm gonna put that out there too. I got trust issues. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I really think that the more I learn in my field of expertise, the more I'm learning. Number one, I'm learning myself.
Yeah.
And number two, I'm learning what works best for me. You see what I'm saying? So like these other experts that I listen to, I can pull from them, but I'm not just gonna take their word for it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, you got to tweak it.
Yeah.
You gotta tweak it. I think too, like, I'll give you an example, right? Like, you know, story time, right?
Story time.
So when I went to Canada one time.
Okay.
And when
was this?
Was it 2012?
Oh, dang. Okay, that was long.
It was a while ago.
Okay,
it was a while ago. And long story short, my mentor, he's from Canada, whatever. He flew me out. I got flued out. Got flued out. And he always says, like, all the money's in the front, you know, whatever, right? But what I did was, I was like, well, they also say, like, to serve or whatever, right? So looking at it from an expert perspective, so I was trying to, you know, serve.
Right.
And, you know, I was in the back of the room just trying to help out, facilitating, whatever. In that moment, I should have been selfish.
Right.
And I should have been in the front because he called me out while he's on stage. He was like, yeah, I got Henry here. I got Henry. Where's Henry? Where's Henry? And I'm in the back. So I'm putting my hand up. And yeah, sir. He's like, oh, you gotta be up here, man. Like, all the money's in the front. All the money's in the front. I'm like, dang.
Ooh.
It's like, dang. So, like, you also, I think there's a part where, I think we kind of talk about it sometime where, like, you also got people that, or you also got ways that, like, you just got to know a little bit more than the next person. Yeah. And that's really the focus, that you need to just know a little bit more than the next person. Right. Versus trying to know everything. Right. And that's where I just had to really kind of lay on or put aside what I thought was great. And like, dang, you know what? I should have just listened to him being at the front, because he told me to be at the front.
I don't know, man. I think that worked out for you.
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you why. I got a scripture for that. Hold on. Man, but anyway, we can keep talking while I find it, because while you was talking, I was trying to look for it. But
was it the first should be last and last should be first type though?
Yeah. I think it was more so humble thyself under the mighty hands of God. Oh no, it was Jesus said, "Don't be the one that
Sit in the seat.
Go for the best seat. But go because there may be somebody greater than you. And oh man, that goes right into the expert. Like you call yourself an expert, but you know there may be somebody who's better than you. Yeah. So me personally, I prefer to go with the route of Gary Vee, being an enthusiast. About my field of the field that I'm in. Like when you're an enthusiast, you are looked up to as trustworthy, because you're doing your research, because they see you have a passion for this field. You're doing your research, you're inquiring information, and you're honest about it too. Like, hey, I'm not for sure about this, but this is an option here that you may can try out. So you're really catering to the people versus catering to your qualified expertise type.
And I think being an enthusiast, it takes the ego out of it too.
Yeah.
So like, if you think that you're the expert, right, you're sitting here and you're like, I know what's best,
right.
So when you're around people that's in your field or and you think that they know or you know more than them, you don't always have that learner's mentality to be able to pick up from the different things that they're doing too.
Exactly.
Dang,
I think
it's a bar.
Bars. Yeah. I ain't got bars. But I think that's pretty much, man. I want to say the older generation, man. Like the expert industry, there's a whole industry called the expert industry.
Really?
Yeah, man. The Tony Robbins, you know what I mean? But millennials, I think we see a shift, and Gary Vee is like I say, that's why I call him a prophet, man, because that dude can see far. There's a shift in how we acquire information these days, and it's no longer about. It's about influence, because we have influencers and stuff like that. But if you look at even the influencers' approach, they're more so the people who do the research. Hey, I did this research. This is what I found. You know what I mean? They're not the ones, hey, no, this is what it is.
Right.
This is what it's going to be. Now, it's the people that you can trust to do their research. You can trust them because they got a passion about what they're doing. And you can see they got a passion for people too. So, they kind of bridge the gap between what they're passionate and passionate for people. And they can just kind of share their information versus just being because I feel like once you say you're an expert, I feel like you're more passionate about your title and maintaining that position than helping me. So I ain't gonna trust you anyway. I already got trust issues, so I'm not gonna trust you anyway.
I guess even when they wrong, like even when the expert is wrong, they're gonna fight to say that they're right. Like
that's a lot of energy though.
It's a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy, man. But I think if we as leaders, man, just focus on who we are as individuals. I think there was a saying say like, know thyself. You know what I mean? I think the best learning first is to learn who you are.
Yeah.
How you receive information. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell, man. Let's get this information out of here. We out, bro.
We out.
All right.
Peace.
Stick and move, we can get it done. Call it unity, it ain't no way around it. Cultivating, we get motivation from the big guy. We don't play about him. Going hard for the game, showing love.